Alrighty, so today I'm going to be talking about the Alberta Township system, just because I grew up around farming and the terms section, quarter section, meridian, township, range, all those kinds of terms, they were thrown around pretty regularly, but I never really understood them until I went to school for geomatics and started surveying and got out in the field and all that. And so I just wanted to make a quick video kind of clearing those terms up, I guess, and hopefully helping out anybody who is or was in the same situation as me. And yeah, so I'll just start by describing, I guess, in Western Canada, specifically Alberta, we have land location numbers, which describe where you're at. So a land location is made up of a quarter number, section, township, range, and meridian that you're west of. So I'm not going to go into these numbers super quick here. I'll kind of bring that up as I go through. But the first thing you look at on a land location number in Alberta, or I guess descriptor land location description, would be which meridian they're west of. So in Alberta, we have the 4th, 5th, and 6th meridians, which go north-south, and they kind of cut through the province. The reason why we look at the meridian first is because all of the townships and ranges, which I'm going to talk about in a second, they restart once you hit the next meridian. So I have an arrow pointing here for ranges, which is obviously meaning the ranges increment going from east to west, but they restart once you hit the 5th meridian. I think I misspoke earlier when I said that's the same for townships. It's not. Townships increase from the parallels, I guess, their baselines. So the townships increase from the American border here, and they go up to the border with the Northwest Territories in Alberta. With ranges, we have meridians meeting our ranges as we go from east to west. So those range numbers, you might have range 1 in the corner here and range 30 in this corner. They restart once you cross over the next meridian. So you'll also have range 1 down here and range 30 over here. It's not the same for townships, though. There's no lines of latitude intersecting Alberta, which are going to restart the townships. It's just a pretty standard number from 1 up to 126 on the Northwest Territories border up here. But it does restart for ranges, so that's important to note. So that's why we look at the meridian first. So yeah, this whole region here is going to be local to west of the 4th meridian. Like if you were talking about somewhere over here, you would say west of the 5th, and over here would be west of the 6th. So this whole region is west of the 4th meridian, so that's where our example is today. So I'm going to be focusing on that area. So when somebody gives you a land location, you always got to make sure you're west of the right meridian. So I'm west of the 4th meridian here, and moving on. So I talked about ranges, talked about townships. I guess I can explain that better. Ranges are basically just strips of longitude which run north-south through the province. So I got this little strip here. This could be, or it is, range 20 in my example here. Note this is just for scale and for example's sake. I don't know exactly where range 20 lies, but this little strip here of longitude is going to be range 20. And you could have a similar strip over here that would be range 20, but it would be west of the 5th meridian. So similarly, townships are little strips of latitude, which increase from south to north here. And again, not to scale, but I have township 48, which would be this strip here. And then furthermore, the intersection of ranges and townships is this little area here, and that's also called a township. I know it's super, I guess not super, but it's kind of confusing because township is this whole strip, but the intersection of the township and the range is also called a township. So within this township, I'm talking about the intersection point now, there are 36 sections, which start at 1 in the southeast corner here, and increase serpentine style, if you can follow my mouse. up to the northeast, where there's section 36. So when they originally did the Dominion Land Survey in 1871, they wanted all the parcels to be 1 mile by 1 mile, just for the sake of fairness, I guess. And so that means that our intersection point, the township here, is 6 miles by 6 miles. So within each section, you can go even further and you get quarter sections. So here we have the northwest quarter, which is these 4 little blocks, and then the northeast, southeast, and southwest. And we also have legal subdivision numbers, which again increase serpentine style from the southeast corner. And there's 16 legal subdivisions within a section, and only 4 quarters. So basically, a subdivision is a quarter of a quarter, which is pretty apparent here. I don't write LSD numbers in my land location number typically because I'm not much of a municipal surveyor. I usually just need to narrow it down to the quarter section number. So that's why I've got quarter here, but you might see LSD number in a land location, and that's all that means is it's the legal subdivision number. So you can either kind of memorize these numbers and assign them the right quarter section, which I don't do, but you could do that, or you could just remember that it goes up serpentine style 1 through 16 in each section, and then kind of mentally put yourself on the map there where you are. That's what I would do if I was writing down LSDs. I don't typically do that, so yeah, now we'll do the example I've got set up here. So the land location, I'm sure you've already figured out, is going to be, you kind of read it from right to left, actually. I guess the same way the ranges are written, really. But we're west of the 4th meridian. Our range is 20. Township is 48 here. The section is 4. I just went with the highlighted 4 here. And the southwest corner. I didn't highlight it here, but yeah, so this land location would describe being anywhere in these 4 LSDs. If you wanted to go further, you could say you were in legal subdivision 3, and that would put you in the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter of the 4th section, if that makes sense. At that point, it gets pretty complicated, and to be honest, I'm not much of a municipal surveyor, so I don't know a ton about that area. But yeah, that's the Alberta Township system, super simply put. I'm probably going to do another video about sections and just the historical kind of stuff regarding sections and distances and measurements and specifications and all that. But yeah, that's the Alberta Township system, pretty simply put.